Hey everybody, Mobile Gamers Unite, back in the world of Lapis. So I have sealed my fate, sort of say, because, I took my card out and everything. I have everything set up where as long as I log in, I will get my Sephiroth through the pity system, because I have to do the last and final second step of this, yeah, here we go. My second time through, I have to do the last step, and then I will have enough of the pity coins to go into the exchange shop and get Sephiroth's Prism right here. So I was thinking though, along the way, like going through all this, what if I was a brand new player that just came over to FFBE? I have some nostalgia for the Final Fantasy VII characters, and I just thought, hey, good time to start playing. There's, Sephiroth, he looks cool. And if a new player, even if they say invested, oh, I'll throw $100 at it just to have a great experience. If a player did that and went through this process, I think a lot of people would just cut their losses and leave. That's the scary part to me. And then those people don't end up on Facebook, and they don't end up on Discord, and they don't become part of the Final Fantasy Brave Exvius community. That's what really hurts us, because then we don't have other people to interact with and shoot the shit with about these video games that we have so much passion for. So I honestly think there could be a pretty easy fix for FFBE. And I'm going to tell you guys what that is. And please leave me a comment. Let's talk about this. There are obviously quite a few people that are still very passionate about Final Fantasy Brave Exvius. I totally get that. I give this game props. I have to come back to it. It's made a lot of companies want to get into the gacha business because this game made so much money. And as a result of that, we kind of reap some of the fruits of the labor because we get a plethora of different games to sample and try and play because other companies are hungry for some of this gummy money. All right? So I've always given them props for that, but this is where they're shooting themselves in the foot with the 7-star system. My whole quick fix to it, and this is simple. There are 2 walls between you and a godlike character in this game. The first wall is the 7-star wall, which in my personal opinion doesn't need to be there. Because you already have to combine 4 of a character to get their Super Trust Master. And most of the time, that is what, you're going to want to do that. To cap a character off, to have that godlike character, you want that STMR that they have. So people are always going to be trying to pull 4 copies of a character. That's not going to change. And rightfully so, because a lot of people had dupes in this game, and they needed something to do with them. What I don't understand is why they put the 7-star wall up to begin with. If I pull a character, if I give you guys $100 and I just get lucky enough just to at least get one of the characters, I should be able to use it as a playable character. And then of course, yeah, if I want him to be godlike, yeah, I'll get his STMR. I'll work on getting 4 of them. That sounds feasible to me. But this whole, you have to have at least 2 just to play, just to dip your foot into the pool. You know what I mean? That is kind of what hurts me, and I think that is really what hurts this game and its community, because, and Hal did a video on this a while ago, and he was talking about like the treasure factor when you see, other people in games and they have badass gear and badass stuff, like you want it too. Exvius doesn't even really have that going for it because we can't play co-op and there's really no multiplayer like a lot of these other games have. And I think that's where we kind of start losing community members because slowly people will walk away from this game and new people aren't going to be showing up if they're having experiences like this. When you get into the nitty-gritty, I have to go through this step-up banner twice to get Sephiroth from the Pity Exchange Shop. That's a couple $100 right there. I have him, and I paid good just to get a copy of him. I had to do, let's see, 10, 20, I was at like 90 or 100 summons when I got, Sephiroth, because I had tickets, all sorts of stuff. And I think just right off of that, I should at least be able to use him as a playable character. If not, that's going to discourage a lot of people. They're just going to say, I'm going to cut my losses before I get into this. Like, I've already got over $100 invested into this. I got one of the characters, and it's just a dick tease. I can't even play with the character. That's all I'm saying. I think they have really hurt themselves by doing this when, you know, it could be the exact opposite outlook. Hey, I just got lucky enough to get this one guy and I can play him. I can use him. He's awesome. I can't wait to try to pull 3 more of him and make him more powerful, you know, because he's my favorite character now. So that's kind of where I'm coming from, and that's just my personal opinion, but I'd like to talk about this. I'd like to discuss this. I know there's a lot of people out there that are still very loyal to Final Fantasy Brave Exvius, and there's a lot of people that have walked away. Yeah, this is just one of those games, you know, and I talk to people all the time on Discord about FFBE, and I see that there's people on both sides of the fence. So I want to talk about this. I really think if they just got rid of the whole dupe 7-star thing, I think that would help the game a lot. I don't think they would lose any money. I really don't. I don't think it would really affect their revenues. If anything, it would help them because we'd slowly get more players. So that's just my opinion, IMO. And like I said, guys, everything I do is opinionated. But if you don't like something that I have to say, please leave me a comment so we can talk about it. Okay, that's what I'm here for. That's why I do this. So everybody have an awesome day, and please share your mind. All right, peace, everybody.